Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. This is going to come as a colossal shock to a lot of you out there, but I'm a bit of a nerd. I know, it feels like coming out of the closet. I mean, it is the final day of the most holy month of the year, so why not? Yeah, I'm a massive nerd. As some of you might know, you'll find out soon, because my second channel, What Toys, is going to be opening up very soon indeed. And I literally got myself in a position here in the house where every room, I mean, I'm just going to be honest, even the bathroom in some cases, every room was just full of boxes of either brand new toys, old toys, comics, memorabilia. From the bedroom, tip to toe in the bedroom, the office, let's just say the camera was very strategically placed for a long time. Now I don't have to. I can show a wide angle of the room as I do these videos now. Downstairs in the front room, I had what we call Toy Mountain, which had developed there. My brother came up from down south and has spent many weekends with me over the last couple of months or so as we've sorted this place out. We've got storage. We've got all this stuff into storage now. This place has become a house again. Hey, it's also become a home again, more importantly. But yeah, sometimes I have an impulse problem. And yeah, I love my geeky items. And I love my different franchises. And I have ever since I was a kid, because when I was a kid, didn't have the greatest of childhoods. And things like these toys, they became worlds for me to lose myself in. They became places that I could fantasize and imagine being in and having all these great stories and just these great adventures. Even when I was a young lad and we were all playing Star Wars, the kids would like to come to play Star Wars with me because I was the one. I was that arsehole. I was the one that played it seriously, you know, that made stories up instead of just going bash, bash, bash. We'd construct these stories of what was going on. Anyway, maybe I've said too much. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know when to stop. It's like poetry, it rhymes. I might have gone too far in a few places. But I love toys and I love certain franchises. And the franchises up here are a good example. Transformers, I adored Transformers. I couldn't afford many, but the ones that I had, my God, I loved and I played with till the death. G.I. Joe, here in the UK, used to be Action Force. Well, there used to be Action Force, and Action Force was a different entity, and then Action Force developed into what was the American G.I. Joe, but we'd still call it Action Force. Then it became Anyway, long story with that one. But I really love the articulation of the figures with the turning of the arms and, you know, the ability to really pose them. As somebody with an imagination, that was such a valuable asset to have. Of course, you know, Ghostbusters was a great film, etc. Put it this way. Hasbro have got these great licenses. You know, they've got the G.I. Joe license. They've got the Transformers license. They've got the Marvel license. They've got the Star Wars license. They have all these licenses, which a lot of geeky collectors loved to be able. And with things coming out now, like the G.I. Joe classified range, you know, that's really, really fun collectible stuff. I'm sure Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers would agree. Now, these are, excuse me, these are different funds, campaigns that they've had going. And all of these have been successful. The Galactus campaign was successful. That's going to be this huge, colossal Galactus. This Victory Saber Transformer, which is very Japanese, was successfully funded. G.I. Joe Sky Striker. This one's the mini ones. This isn't the classified range one, but this is, again, you know, a beloved old school G.I. Joe model. The Proton Pack for Egon, And if I go down here, we'll see Jabba's, back in 2019, Jabba's barge was funded. The Unicron Transform was funded. And then next to it, there's one which wasn't, which is a recent one, believe it or not. A campaign about, I don't know, probably about within the last year, let's just say, which was the Black Series Rancor monster, and it didn't fund. And if I just click onto it, it managed to squeeze up to 8,533 backers out of 9,000, but that wasn't enough to get it funded. It had to hit the 9,000 to make it viable to be funded. This HasLabs area of Marble is for legit collectors. You know, it's for collectors that really want these items. So yeah, they do tend to be a bit pricey, but they are bespoke. They are being created to bespoke for these collectors. And so they do need to hit certain amounts to make it viable, to make it profitable for them to do. I ain't got a problem with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. I'll tell you one thing though, this was nowhere close to 8,500 on the last day. What happened is retailers would come in at the last day or two, and these are orders which they've garnered from people, and they'll put them on. Still didn't fund. Now, why am I going into all of this? I'd like to show you this item here. This is the Cobra Hiss from the G.I. Joe range. This went up to pre-order yesterday. I got the emails. For some reason, I'm subscribed to both the US and the UK ones. And I got the email saying the Cobra Hiss is now available to pre-order. And this is a G.I. Joe classified model. So this is going to be a juicy, loosey model. Comes with a figure. Has a stretch goal. But after 24 hours, this hasn't just hit its target. It's smashed its target. Over 10,000 backers already. And it also has this thing called the early bird special. If you funded this before the 7th of July, you get an extra figure, a tactician figure to come with it. So it's an extra thing. So this has not just been funded in its first 24 hours. It's and hit the early bird, but it's also hit its first stretch goal as well. A product which people are just snapping up, and it's, you know, it looks awesome. There's a video here, lighting on it. You can get a scale size. That's the figure that comes with it, as well as the other one, which is going to 6.43 inches tall, so you can get a good idea of how big the Hiss is going to be. The projection that it can do. You know, it's got all the little funky, geeky stuff, and because it's hit the first tier of excess, you're also just unlocked these side panel missile launchers, which are now going to come as part of the model too. So what's it as? Okay, you're a nerd. You like nerdy shit. What's all this about then? Well, a few weeks ago, another item went up for pre-order on the HasLabs. I say pre-order, funding, because you've got to hit the target numbers to be able to fund. And this has got a few days left. It's still got about 11 days left. And the item that I'm talking about is Reva's lightsaber. The Third Sister's lightsaber, life size, from Star Wars Kenobi. Ouch. With 11 and a half days to go, only 1,298 backers out of the target 5,000 have placed a desire to fund this. Now, this is an expensive item, don't get me wrong. This is 450 quid for this light size. But, you know, as ever with the HasLab stuff, you know, it has all the folds and it does all the lighting effects and all this, that, and the other. You know, you can take out parts of it, use it as a singular lightsaber, use it as a double lightsaber. All the stuff that you would expect. And it is expensive. But there again, so is the G.I. Joe classified Hiss. which is coming in at 300 UK pounds with a limit of 5 per customer. So I might get another one. Oh my God, I just saw that now. But this has been out for pre-order now for about 2 or 3 weeks. If not slightly longer, but certainly round about the beginning of June time. And there just doesn't seem to be an interest in picking this up. Now, yes, there will be a last-minute flurry. I don't want to exaggerate that term, but there will be as the way crowdfunding tends to go, there tends to be a boom at the beginning, then a big lull in the middle areas, and then a spike at the end. But considering the boom at the beginning has only produced 1,298 backers, and I will tell you this, and this is the truth. When I looked at this yesterday, because I was actually going to do this video yesterday, and then when I came on today, I saw a tweet from Neon, from Clownfish, who was drooling over the classified hiss, the G.I. Joe classified hiss, but was a little bit apprehensive of the price because it is a pricey item. And then I saw that this was still on exactly the same numbers as it was yesterday. Not even a single solitary extra lightsaber. And with it being so close to ending now, this could be the second Star Wars figure in recent times to not be funded. And the barge, the Jabba barge, which came out in 2019, people were snapping up, and there was so much regret from people that didn't even get it. And here we are just a few years later, and these are the collectors, folks. These are the people that invest in these toys. Some of these will be for investment purposes, and some of them because they know that they're so low numbered, and if they wanted to shift them and move them on, even if they've opened them up and displayed them, etc., they'll still get very good coin for it. But when your collector's market is not funding the Rancor monster, and I believe the Rancor monster was around £300 to fund this, didn't fund. And when you have this lightsaber, which, I mean, I'm just going to say now, I don't think is going to fund. And particularly at £450 or £460. When the collectors start removing themselves from that speaks volumes. Now, you can go to Walmart and you can go to toys shops and all this, and you'll see right now that these Star Wars, the figures which go out for general consumption, they're on clearance in a lot of places because there's no desire for them. And we saw with The Last Jedi, all the Rose Tico's and Rose's sister and purple-haired, stupid fucking gender studies teacher, all of those just not selling. The Rays not selling, just not selling. No interest in the merchandise anymore. And Star Wars has been synonymous for its merchandise sales and how people have lapped up these merchandise sales. So it's crazy to think that there just is no interest anymore. No interest with the people that have not just an interest and a love for the franchise, but the disposable income to buy stuff like this, to put on the walls, to put in storage, to sell in their shop, whatever it may be. I'll tell you now, no problem with G.I. Joe, no problem with Transformers, and in a lot of cases, absolutely no problem with Marvel, with the Sentinel easily being funded, with Galactus easily being funded. But there is a problem with one brand, and that brand's called Star Wars. Huh. I can't think why. I can't think for the life of me. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.